trust other systems better than they trust theirs. It's going to take the collection of them all. So this is the other point, good and bad. Bad reviews are good. Good reviews are great. No reviews is bad. Okay? Because the bad, you guys aren't going to review me today all on a scale of 1 to 10. Everybody's not going to give me a 10 based on something you didn't like about me. And everybody has that. It's human nature. So no one's going to review everybody at a 5-star restaurant, 5 stars. Maybe a 4, maybe a 3.5, or whatever it is. You guys got to think about all that. But 5 reviews, 5 initial reviews on Google system, gets you these orange stars. On the knowledge graph, they show up. On the maps, on your business listing, they'll show up. If you don't have 5, it'll just say 1 review in text, 2 reviews in text. But if you get that 5, that's the magic number, 5. When you look at this, the orange is on black. That pops out the most. People are looking at those things, either subconsciously or on purpose, and they'll get that inclination from that saying, oh wow, there's probably something I should check out. You ask your customers to review you, but again, don't ask them every day, all day long. You can pass out a little business card with a little barcode or the QR code. They're going to do it on their own time, on their own terms. Don't put up a kiosk and have them all review right there. So people do that and they get blasted out the water because it's unnatural. So range and consistency is key. If you want to start something, start it at 1 every 2 weeks. Get 3 a month, or 10 a quarter, whatever it may be. And then it's based on industry. Restaurants are frequently reviewed the most, whereas a painting company may not be. Auto dealer may be, right? Doctor might not. So you look at the competition, and Google collects all that information. It's important. Again, it's creating natural consistency and tendencies across the internet. And step 7 is the Google Business View, which this was the whole idea of why I'm here today, because I only did this for the past 2 years. Before that, I was doing websites, graphics, SEO stuff, and all this other stuff. And then I got out, I was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that stuff no more. I just want to do photos, I want to have fun with business owners. But then the business owners say, I need help. Google's changing stuff on us constantly. They're changing their algorithm, and I was number 1, and now I'm number 30. What do I do? How do I do it? I'm like, you know what? I'm that kind of person that tries to find solutions for people. So I went back and learned all this stuff about the algorithm, and I'm constantly trying to reverse engineer all that algorithm stuff. So as like a bonus to my service that I do for Business View, I do the local SEO stuff for businesses, and these are the things that I've learned in the past 2 years of what Google wants to see based on their guidelines. So can Google Business Photos or Business View increase your ranking? No. But does it contain elements that Google wants to see that's part of their ranking algorithm? Yes. Photos is one of them. Right? The connection between your business and Google is another. And how well you're connected with Google. Google's an advertising company, right? They want businesses to advertise on their search engine. So they give them a marketing tool, right? As another tool to help promote their business, and in turn they hope to get some advertising revenue out of it. Simple. So when I go out and take photos for a business, we're doing 360-degree panoramas, right? But we're also doing regular photographs, gallery shots, if you will, because that makes up the business listing. So there's the gallery shots, and then here's the see inside feature, and the see inside feature is connected to the knowledge graph. So when you do a brand search on a business or find them anywhere in local, you'll see inside. that tells a person, hey, I can walk right into there as if I was there. And I can demo in a little bit, but that's the key, right? Photos. So this was a business listing before we enhanced it, right? Or this is one of those businesses out there that doesn't have anything on their page, like a photo or a cover page or anything. They have all their information there, but it's not very appealing. So this is a stock cover photo that Google gives people just to throw it in there. It's colorful, it's vibrant, whatever. But there's a photo that we took, threw it in there as their main photo, and it gets in their profile. And then you have some other social aspects that you can do with your business page to get people to interact with it. You post on Google+, it comes to your business listing and it all shows up there. Plus wanting and following, that's important on the Google search stuff. The rest of the business page, that was the top part that I showed you. The rest of it, this is where your Google photos, the regular gallery shots are going to go. There's your reviews. They have 7, so they're above the 5 marker. Okay. The see inside, it's off to the left here, underneath your description. Very important. So it all makes up the whole body of the business listing. If you didn't have these, it's going to look a little bare, like that. No photos. And then if you don't have the see inside, Google tries to substitute it with a street view. So they'll see the ugly building outside if it got reconstructed or something. Some people who got reconstruction and then Google doesn't come around that often with the Google cars, so you might get an ugly image there. Then the knowledge graph, as I was saying, when you do a brand search, the see inside shows up on the knowledge graph now. Otherwise, it would just be the map. This whole thing would be a map. And then there's the photo, the big photo square. So that's like free advertising for your business, in a sense, on the search engine. There's no advertisements for other companies there. There's one without the business view, but the owner uploaded a photo, but I don't think the owner would probably upload this photo. So Google went around and took a photo from somewhere else and put it in there just for the sake of putting it in there, and Google will do that. The Foothills Church, their knowledge graph used to have girls pouring whipped creams on their head. I don't think that's something that the church would have liked. So I told them about it, and then they went and uploaded their own image and replaced it. So another listing without the see inside or any other photos, it's just the map. It's not very visual. Get a lot of text. You're more likely to click on something with color. The most important thing about the business view, yes, you give the idea to your customers on what your business has, but there's food for Google in here. Before, people were landing on the business page, not clicking around, not doing anything, just looking at it and then taking off. Now, there's some actions, there's some clicks, there's people going around because the virtual tour, the business view is now there, they're able to interact with it, spend a lot more time. How many of you know if you have visitors landing on your website and they spend more time on your website, the better Google likes that website? You guys know that? It's called bounce rate. Okay, if people are going to your website and bouncing right back off of it within seconds, Google might not hold that in high authority, in high regard. If you have people staying, looking around, clicking around, visiting multiple pages, guess what? Your bounce rate changes, it goes down, and the stayability factor goes up. Okay? So this is huge, and your virtual tour for the business can help in that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sure, definitely.
Really appreciate it. Does anybody have any specific questions you'd like to ask?
What's Google's competitor?
Itself? No, for real. Well, there's Bing. There's
Google have a competitor?
Sure, there's Bing out there and all the other search engines, but the idea here is they're copying what Google's doing. right?
I was gonna say, yeah. Nobody Yahoo's things or things.
Yeah,
Google it.
yeah. So
I mean,
So let me tell you a story.
Equal competitor to Google. They're the kind of big brother.
well, I want to say they're big brother. They're the people that are leading the march when it comes to how we search for stuff, because people are liking it. It's the most used search engine in the world for a reason.
They're more like the big gorilla.
You know what I mean? But they're in competition with themselves. And it's just this past week, Google Plus and Google Search collided because Google Plus was going against the Google guidelines and link building, putting links out there for businesses on the search engine when it comes to Google authorship and Google content. Google Search didn't like that. So guess what? They penalized their own people. That should tell you something. They mean it when it comes to we don't want crazy stuff going on the search engine. Manipulation.
Any other questions?
I'm really elementary when it comes to tech, so when
Sure.
I get on your website, is it gonna be a step-by-step with
Yeah.
explanation?
hmm Oh yeah. You can spend some time on there and read and get a feel for what other businesses have done. Once you see the tour, I don't have an internet connection here. Just reminded me of that, but when you see the tour, you'll understand like exactly where it's at, how it's embedded into your website, where it lives on Google search. I mean, I did all about Balboa Park, so if you go to Balboa Park, you can walk along the path and then go inside the museums. So that should give you an idea.
Okay, great.
Before we dismiss everybody, we have one